Hello and welcome to another 5-minute webinar. I'm your host, Adam Jolly. Please be sure to tweet your questions and comments to hashtag 5minutes. Our presenter today is Eric Itis. Eric, what is your big idea?
Thanks a lot. So we've invented basically a learning system for dogs, and it's called PupPod. The big part of the idea is to keep dogs engaged throughout the day, so that they're not just sleeping at home. They're thinking and using their minds, which gives them which is a tool to help them strengthen their mind, and also help pet parents feel more connected with their dogs when they're away from home, and have more people miss their dogs. And so we wanted to make a product that allows people to feel more connected and more engaged with their dog. And it consists of a number of pieces here. There's a toy that the dogs play with that's full of sensors and wireless technology. And then there's a treat dispenser, and when they do the right thing with the toy, then treats come out of a wirelessly connected treat dispenser. And then for the pet parent, you can watch your dog remotely. There's a hub that we also have as part of the product that includes a video camera, and so that will stream video to the phone. And to give your viewers some idea what I mean by that, in the beginning, we use a motion sensor to just detect when the dog gets close to the toy. So as they walk over and sniff the toy, then they trip a motion sensor, and that will send a command to the treat dispenser to dispense a treat. And then once the dog gets the hang of that step of the product, then the game gets more difficult. So one of the things that's really interesting about PupPod and unique about PupPod is that the game keeps getting harder. So there's always a challenge for the dog to figure out, and they don't get bored. They don't get bored of the toy. So as the dog is interacting with the toy, then the levels and the game keeps getting harder. So we'll play a sound, we'll play a treat sound, and then when they hear the treat sound, that gets their attention to come over the toy. And at the future levels, as the dog works their way through the game, they have to touch the toy, and then we play a sound, a treat sound, and they have to touch the toy when the treat sound is played within the window of just a second or two when the treat sound is played, and they get the hang of that. And then we can spread out the time so that the treat sound plays over longer intervals, like it goes from 10 seconds to 20 seconds to 30 seconds. And to a human, that sounds like a minor change, but to a dog, that's actually keeps them engaged. It makes them think and makes them keeps them engaged in trying to figure out how to interact with the toy to get treats. It's basically a language the dogs are trying to figure out, hey, as these different variables occur, whether it's a sound or time or how the dog interacts with the toy, this combination of variables makes treats come out. And then, this is just our first toy in a roadmap. So really what PupPod is, what pet parents should kind of get in their mind, is it's more of like a platform, a learning platform. So we can combine multiple toys or have new toys and new games over time, so that when a pet parent makes the investment in the dispenser and the hub and all the online capability, that they can then add new toys, so that there's always new games, new things to keep your dog engaged. So why does this matter? From a dog's perspective, this is a way for them to learn on their own. And there really aren't a lot of toys out there that allow dogs to explore and to learn and that evolve, so that the dog always has a challenge. And from the human standpoint, and that using their brain, the dog using their brain to think through these challenges, allows the dog to develop that part of their brain and makes it a stronger. It's kind of like a muscle. When you exercise a muscle and it gets stronger, they're exercising their brain, and their brain physiologically is actually getting stronger, which helps the dog be more well balanced and avoids things like separation anxiety and destructive behavior. And it's a really positive alternative to ways that dogs will find to keep themselves busy if they're home alone. And then from the human standpoint, you get to know your dog a lot better, learn a lot more about your dog. You get to share cute videos, and if you're at work, we say you don't ever miss a moment of cuteness when they do cute things as they're playing with PupPod. You have that video streamed to your phone, and you can either watch the video live and interact with your dog remotely, or you can watch the to save videos and forward them on to social networking and things like that.
Well, that's all we have for today. Again, please be sure to tweet your questions and comments to hashtag 5 minutes. Eric, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.